Maybe you have seen it already. My book Hands-on Mobile App Testing is available in the second edition. If you'd like to know more about the book, follow this link. If you have any kind of questions to the book, let me know. And if you'd like to support me, get the book and learn everything about mobile testing. Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel Software Testing. My name is Knott and I'm happy that you're here today. In today's video I'd like to talk about why software testers might be best product managers or great product managers. This might be a controversial video for you today because I don't want you to leave the software testing community, but if you have seen my previous video where I was talking about why product managers and software testers have a close relationship, I thought this video might be a good next video because I think that software testers, or we, can be great product managers. And I have a real life example. It's me, basically, because I was working as, I think, more than 10 years as a mobile tester, as a software tester, and then I got the chance in becoming a product manager in my previous company. And I was happy to take on this challenge because I learned many new things. I got new insights into the software development lifecycle and the process, and it helped me to become a good product manager. At least that feedback I got from my people manager back then. So that's why I think that software testers, especially for those of you out there who might feel stuck in the testing role, there is a solution, and it might be product management. And so let's take a look why I think we as software testers can become great product managers. So let's take a look. So why is this the case? I mean, we have lots of communication skills, right? I mean, I already made a video, I think one of the very first videos on my channel, soft skills for software testers, and I think communication skill is the key skill for us as software testers, because we need to communicate with developers, with product managers, with designers, with customers sometimes, with marketing maybe, with sales, and so forth and so forth. And the same applies also for product managers. They also have to work with different stakeholders and talk also different languages. And since we have this communication skill, it's already a checkbox on our list in becoming a product manager. We as software testers have always the user's perspective. And this is also something that great product managers should have. Have always the user in mind to develop and to ship the right product to the customers. We are good in handling priorities. It's also something that product managers have to do on a daily basis. Handling priorities, different requests coming from stakeholders, and so forth and so forth. And we as software testers do the same thing. We have to do some manual testing. We have to write some automated scripts that help our testing activities. Maybe we need to do some performance checks. Technical skills. Yeah, as product managers, you also can have you can have technical skills, depending on the role. If you're a technical product manager, you also need to understand the underlying APIs, the tech stack, and so forth. And this is something that we as software testers have as well. We know how the APIs are going to work. We know the backend. We know the front end, being it web, being mobile, being it IoT. So this is a perfect fit as well. So, what are the challenges in becoming a product manager? Let's take a look. Well, one of the biggest challenges that I also had in my role switched was to leave the tester role behind. Of course, to some extent, because we should not throw away the knowledge that we have as software testers when we're working as product managers. But we have to, we cannot go into that detailed level that we have done as a software tester before. This was my biggest struggle back then, to let go the testing activities in detail, the different combinations, test data, and these kind of things, and to focus on the broader view of things. That's the challenge, actually. Of course, you also need to get accepted as the new product manager on the team. It's sometimes helpful if you completely take over a new team that you haven't worked with before, so the acceptance is much better. But still, you have to prove yourself that you can be a great product manager. Stakeholder management is really time consuming and challenging when working as a product manager. You have to deal with many different incoming requests from your stakeholders, from internal and external, and you have to juggle them, handle them, and also in best case to protect the team from those incoming requests, because you have to filter them upfront to not make the team like nervous or like generating a stressful environment, because this is not something a good product manager should do. It's like to create a stressful, maybe even a toxic environment where it's only like stress. You have to ship things and so forth. Also challenging is to getting the big picture of the product and the company. So it's not only that you have to focus on your tiny little product that you are responsible for, but you should also align with other product managers in the company. Maybe you have some dependencies to the team, and also you need to get the bigger picture of the company. What are the company vision, the mission, the roadmap, and so forth and so forth. So you need to talk to many people to gather all this information to make your life easier as a product manager and to understand the whole picture. Yeah, don't get stressed out too fast. I mean, in the beginning, if you're coming from, like, let's say the small tester role in your team, you're focused on your team activities, but as product managers, as I said, you have to have the high stakeholder management, and this can be stressful at some time, right? You have the deadline, you have the pressing deadline, maybe from the stakeholder. You want to push this away from the team so that they can work silently, but at the same time the software tester or the developer comes to saying, hey, we have a problem, we have an issue, or you have bad feedback from the customers and so forth. So it can be stressful. So you can only recommend to don't try to get stressed. Also get some distance from the product from time to time. Take some walk, think about your ideas, note them down, maybe also for later work in time. Yeah, that's important. As I said already in the beginning, sometimes it can happen that you have like lots of product dependencies to other teams. So creating the product roadmap with many involved teams can be also challenging and time consuming. And OKRs might be helpful in that case to actually to at least have transparency among those teams, to align on the different important dependencies and to see which one needs to be solved before you can actually start your work activity. And last but not least, focus on the most important things first, right? So don't start with, I don't know, the implementation of the fancy new front end that you would like to ship in half a year. But at the same time, you have some really technical things to do upfront, like foundation work. So focus on the things that are really helpful and important in the first place. But I would say this is not really tied to becoming a product manager. This should always be the case for everyone in the team, for a tester, developer, like to focus on what's most important now and then go to the next step. And last but not least, ask for a mentor inside your product organization. This was also helpful for me when I started as a product manager. I had a really nice mentor back then. He helped me a lot in getting to know the product community, going to conferences, reading some books, getting some insights in how the product community is working, and this was really helpful for me as well. Try to find it as well. And there's even a last point, be transparent with your work and ask for help. Yeah, that's also important, because I think when I worked as a product manager, I was as transparent as possible. I could be in front of the team. As I said, I blocked away all the stressful, painful stakeholder management part from the team, so that they always had a really calm and nice environment where they can work in a good environment, to have fun together and to work in a collaborative way. But be transparent as much as possible, like give feedback on the user reviews, for example, to your developers. Tell them what the users are thinking about the product, how the current state of the product discovery is going, what's the product roadmap to be in the next quarter, for example. And if you're also stuck, ask for help. Don't be shy in asking questions. That's what we are good at, right? At Software Testers. So how to become a product manager? Let's take a look. I would say, depending on the product company or on the company size, is to establish a strong network inside the company. So if you're working as a software tester, try to connect with other product managers already in your organization. Maybe attend some of the community meetings that they have. If you don't have a big product community, I can highly recommend you the Mind the Product community. It's a really healthy and colorful and really beautiful community. They are also on Slack. I'll make sure to link the description, put the link in the description for you. You can go there and communicate with the people to build your network and maybe to find your opportunity in becoming a product manager. Also, the next step then should be, you should look inside your organization for a product management role. This is beneficial because it can be difficult to apply to a job to another company if you have just knowledge as a software tester. It's much easier to look inside your organization for the product management role, because the product organization knows you, how good you are as a software tester, how much value you bring to the product, and then you have a much easier standpoint in order to talk and have the interview process in becoming a product manager. Work closely together with the product manager and learn from him or her. That's also what I mentioned in the previous video when I talked about the close relationship between product and testing. That's what I also have done. Me as a software tester, I was working closely with all of my product managers. Even before switching to the role and becoming a product manager, I became an interim product manager. So my product manager left the company, and then the company asked me as a software tester, hey, do you want to take over the role as a product manager for the time where we are looking for a new person? I said, yes, why not? It's something new that I can learn. And they asked me because I had lots of knowledge about the product, the environment, and this could be a first step into direction in becoming a product manager. Educate yourself in reading product management books or attend conferences. I already said it. Start with Mind the Product. It's a great community. They have a really great list of books. Also the PM library, I can recommend to find some of the good product management books out there. Start reading them and educate yourself. Maybe also on YouTube. There are some nice videos as well, and so forth. That's what I initially said. Be the product manager in times of absence. That's what I've done in the past as well. It's really good and helpful, and can be, as I said, the first step into becoming a product manager. And last but not least, apply for the job. If you think this is your next step, be brave enough to apply for the role and see what's going to happen. In worst case, you get feedback on why it's not working out now, and in best case, you get the job and you can see what a product manager's job will be. So let's take a look at the summary for today. So software testers, the next career step can be a product manager or a software developer. Depending on your personal interest, this can be a really next step. And product management role is really nice. I really enjoyed the time being a product manager. I recommend you to establish a strong community network inside your organization. So make connections with product people, with developers, with other testers, and to make sure that you are known in the company, and then you get also the recognition that you're working as a good software tester, and they might think about you as the potential new product manager. You should learn from your product manager. Maybe you can do some pairing sessions, write the testing, the acceptance criteria together, do some discovery together, and so forth and so forth. Involve in the product roadmap planning if you have time, of course. I know it's not easy, having the tight schedule of a software tester and then also do some product management tasks. But that's what I've done. I was really interested in the project manager role, and it helped me a lot to get started my career there. Keep in mind that the product manager role is challenging. As I said in the beginning, there's lots of stakeholder management, getting the big picture and so forth. So it's not an easy thing. Be the product manager in case you want to try it out. It can be the very first step into becoming a product manager. And last but not least, go ahead and apply if you think this might be your next career step. And with that, I'm already done with the video for today. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comment section what you think in becoming a product manager. Is this something that you could think of? Leave me a comment. If you liked the video for today, leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you and bye-bye.